Welcome everybody to the Fives of the Week. It's the fastest growing podcast in the Motor City. Making picks and predictions, talk life that we live in. Various opinions, all love with the vision. Running our division, court, field, or rink. We gamble with Campbell, don't care what y'all think. A whole different twist on the top 5 list. Check the time on your wrist. Are you ready for this? Cause it's time to press play and step into the game. Get your popcorn ready, never know what we'll say. Play to win it all, we can never back down. In our blood to stand tall and represent our town. Detroit Rock City and we always stay gritty. Hosted by your boy Fillie, now it's time to get busy. You with me? What up, world? Welcome to the Fives of the Week podcast, episode 166. It's your boy Fillie.
Hollywood Apple Snatch.
Chi-Chi.
As always, this show is brought to you by Texas Roadhouse Novi. Make sure to go check them out for lunch on Fridays, Saturdays, and on Sundays, as well as the St. Clair Shores Green Hornets football and cheer program, one of the best youth sports organizations around. Also, Dakota Heat Hot Sauce. Remember to type in that 515 promo code for 15% off your order. So, boys, here we are, episode 166, which could be our last, and we are not going to approach it that way. With all the work that we had put in, we're going to grind forward and act as if that's not on the line, even though it is. And we understand the stakes that hang in the balance.
Absolutely.
But Easy, I expect to see your pretty face next week. I expect to sit next to these gentlemen next week. That is the end goal. But again, it's all up for grabs. So, Hollywood, how you been, man? How you feeling?
I feel great. Training hard. Very hard, very large. But I must say, there's a lot heavy on my heart. And knowing that the possibility of could possibly be under another regime it's there. You can't turn a side cheek to it. It is what it is.
Right.
And knowing going into the 10th of what's totally on the line as it gets closer and closer. You know what I mean? That's when I gave you the shout out, the call yesterday. Said, hey, we having a cash, because I know it's on everybody's mind. And I says, this could actually be the last one. Where do we go from here? You know what I mean? You're so used to all the time and all the work that we put into, and that the possibilities of it just being done, because it would be done. You know what I'm saying? It's just not the same. You have somebody run the board and run the whole faction of it, everything. It's I can't say a nightmare. It's just something that was on the line.
Yeah.
And that's there.
Yeah. It's a true possibility, because I look back and, all the work that's been put in these last few months and them kind of getting the upper hand. And it's like, man, you kind of start to wonder what's next, just in case, you know what I mean? And that Adamas, I just, I don't know what he would do. His first act as chief executive officer would probably be to fire both of you.
Yeah.
That prick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Episode 167 would be all him by himself.
Well, it'd probably be Bert and Ernie and Oscar the Grouch, the Kaiju Trio reunion, or what have you.
But I could see that, though, maybe. I could see that, him just standing here and...
Yep.
Just soaking it in.
Taking it all in. Taking it all in.
Yep.
It's a lot of money, a lot of time, and
we'd be at home saying, damn you.
Damn you. Damn you.
Damn you. So we're going to dive deep into SWA Die for Something towards the end of the show. But before we get going, Cheech, I want to get your thoughts. And, up to this point where we're over 4 years, and I know you kind of came on a little bit late, but you've been a great addition to the show. If the books are turned over to a dam, how do you feel? How do you feel going into Saturday's show?
Yeah.
I have confidence. I've been to every training program that we've been doing for the show. And I feel good.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean victory. That doesn't mean loss. It's just, in here, I feel good. We just have to execute.
Very good words.
It's nerve-wracking. I'm not going to lie. It's nerve-wracking because we built all this, and then we're just going to hand it over.
And all them
doesn't
thoughts,
even seem right.
all them thoughts, and when you think about it like that, and you're thinking, you got to look at it like this: we got all them thoughts, but Mo Money Mike has to carry the torch. The thoughts that he's got, it's all on him. We support him, but it's all on him. One slip, one bad move, and that's it. You're talking a 300-some-pound man.
Yeah, so 20 years in the making, what's your mindset?
It's a lot. It weighs heavy, as you guys know. Personally, have had to battle some things. Couldn't have came at a worse time, right in the middle of preparation.
Yeah.
So that weighs heavy on me. But it also gives me more reason to go in here and just literally lay it all on the line and possibly die for something. Because when you get in a ring, and we're not by any means professionals, right? Mm-hmm. But we are super fans. We study, and we are actually putting the work in, the training in to put on the best show possible for the people.
Yeah.
And I have so much on the line. It's troubling, you know what I mean? And I do have bruised ribs and a possible torn meniscus. But it's not stopping me from going in there.
Exactly.
Because this is something I've always dreamt about. It's on a bucket list, and I get to check that off. Win, lose, or there is no draw. So win or lose, whatever happens is going down.
That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing. You know what I mean? Like, you get to take your equipment and go home. I get to load my bag and go home. He don't win. Everything's getting loaded.
Yeah.
And he's out of a job. Possibly his cast members getting fired on the next episode. That's a lot to carry. You know what I mean? So these people I want you to really understand here that this is going down in the time and the work, like he was saying. But you got to remember there's a lot on his plate than Hollywood's or Cheech's, and we all have good roles here. But at the end of the day, it's on Mo Money's back to keep this here. Do we understand? And how much that we love this. You understand?
And listen.
And the other thing is, I'm sick of seeing Gump holding that belt.
He really waters it, don't he? He really just milks it.
Yeah.
He does.
We got to bring that belt home.
We have to.
No doubt about it.
And again, those three, there's some bad boys, man, because I'm feeling it. You guys have felt it. They're no joke. And, it's going to take literally everything that we have to get this done.
No doubt about it. Teamwork.
For sure. Shout out to Tim watching. Shout out to Al. Shout out to Mama. How you doing?
Yes,
I love
you. Tim. Frankie.
Mama will be there. She'll be
how
showing
you doing?
out.
That's it.
More money, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, we want that. And it's about you guys. I mean, you guys got to understand, this is going to be epic, fans. Get your tickets. If you don't get it, it's $20 at the door. It doesn't matter either way, $5 swing. It's going to be epic night what's going to be on display. Like nothing you've ever seen. So you have to trust in the process. And we've put a lot of work in this, and it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, and kudos to all you guys, because this wouldn't be possible if it weren't for everybody that's helped me along the way. So
yes,
I'm going into battle for all you guys.
Yes.
You understand? Hope Chump Chila's ready.
There's Sos, one of our biggest fans.
Sos, what up, though? Appreciate all the support and love, brother. So let's talk news, boys. All right, Hollywood. So talk to the people. Tell them what's going down in the world.
There we go. Well, we got here in, we're talking in Queens, New York.
Yes, sir.
We got the President of the United States, Donald Trump, childhood home going for under $1 million. You believe that? Tariffs. $1 million. You think it's because of the tariffs? His childhood home. You think he's going to suck that property up and keep that in the family? Possibly for Barron.
Barron, great guy, great
kid, Barron. Milana, look at Barron.
Let me ask you this. If you had Trump money,
oh, God,
would you go back and scoop up your childhood home?
I guess depending on, is it high end? You know what I mean? Is there good memories there, bad memories? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? All depending on how Trump grew up there.
Yeah.
You know, you think you want off the market and have it as something publicized?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I guess in that case, I mean, I wouldn't do mine. You know, but yeah, it's just under $1 million. I'm very surprised by that.
Big money, Chi.
Big money.
Would you do that? Would you go back and buy your childhood home?
Hell no, it's a fucking crack house right now.
They're losers.
They're losers.
Fucking east side of Detroit, Wade and Dickerson.
Stand up.
That's my crew, man.
That's
but
it.
Not no
Yes,
more.
sir.
Hell no.
Live and well.
Damn you.
What
else
about you?
got? Oh, would I?
Yeah.
You know what, man, even though, so it was a townhome basically, right? You know, a lot of good memories, childhood memories, but yeah, maybe it's a rental property or something.
You want the whole strip?
Yeah.
Take the whole strip.
I'll buy the whole block, thank you very much. Thank you.
The
thank
whole
you.
block.
You're far too kind.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I would maybe.
Yeah, I thought that was rather intriguing. We got the president of Michigan stepping down. Oh, no. Santa Ono.
Oh, I heard about that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. He's going to take the job of Florida, University of Florida.
Wow.
Great Florida. Lots of votes there in Florida. Lots of votes. So he's only been there since 22. You know.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, very short period. So
Yeah.
he's already accepted the job and it's approval for them, and he's gone.
So is he becoming a snowbird, kind of like a lot of people are? You know, just wants
Who's
to
going to be
sit
the
down
next president is the key of the University of
Permanent
Michigan.
Snowbird.
Yeah,
The University of Michigan. You know, that's going to be the key.
that's
You
interesting.
know, plus, you know, you got the coach with 2-game suspension.
Yeah.
You know, Spygate type stuff, you know.
No, what was that for? I saw the headlines. I didn't dive into it. What did he get suspended for?
I guess they were saying for like, you know, picking up plays and stuff. Kind of like, you know, the Belichick type stuff like
Yeah,
that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know that.
Just being part of that whole fiasco.
Yeah, that fiasco. Bringing it, you know, they got to keep hitting Michigan with something. Win a national title and all these daggers
They
are coming
do.
at us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Find anything. Harbaugh's gone. You know, now they're going to come after this guy now.
Harbaugh.
Yeah.
Harbaugh. And that's, another thing. I mean, shit, you can't even go to the car wash. Go to the car wash, people shoot you over a girl.
What?
Yeah.
Where was this at?
Down in the D. Down in the D. Going to get the
down
car
in the D.
wash. Over a girl, start fighting, start shooting.
Yeah, where was that at? East side, wasn't it?
Fast Speedies, I guess. Called Fast Speedies Car Wash. Come quick and fast. Damn you. I just hope everyone's okay.
Yeah,
You know
absolutely.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Absolutely, without a doubt. But, I mean, come on.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Look at
There
the
was
Foot
another
Locker.
shooting
Look at-
today at
Yeah.
Thurston High School on the bus.
Come on.
I just
They
seen
were
that pop
getting
up.
on the bus to go home and pop, pop, pop.
That's wild, dude.
Ridiculous.
And a couple people were injured. I don't think there was any deaths from it, though. I mean, come on. I mean, what are your odds on a bus? Pretty good to get shot, right?
Yeah, they
I mean,
they
ain't like
they
you
don't
can
care.
run.
They don't care, man. It's happening anywhere. Look at the Foot Locker incidents. You know, just start unloading. You know what I mean?
Well, you see those reels online all the time with fights everywhere, stadiums, buses, schools.
We gotta get
grocery
better.
Stores, bro. Like
I
it
know.
goes down literally
Yeah.
everywhere.
Well, they don't want to knuckle down. They want the AK-47. You know?
Yeah.
They don't want to just throw or bite or whatever. You know what I mean?
Well, how do you guys feel about that? Because I watched a video. I think these kids were on spring break, so they're all huddled around these two dudes, and the one dude gets the upper hand on him, basically knocks the dude down on his ass. He's basically like out, you know, and his boy jumps right in and cold cocks him.
No.
Like, come on, man. Is it ever really one-on-one? Like, it's crazy.
I mean, unless you're dead or something, but you know what I mean?
Right.
But I mean, he's out cold. Why?
Yeah.
You know?
I get defending your boys and things like that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, come on.
That's all I got, gentlemen.
All right. Hey, Smokey Robinson.
Smokey.
Okay? 4 anonymous housekeepers are suing Motown legend
Oh,
Smokey
God.
Robinson for $50 million, accusing him of sexual assault. A complaint filed in Los Angeles Superior Court accuses the 85-year-old of sexual battery, false imprisonment, negligence, and gender violence, in addition to a number of labor violations related to
Wow.
wages, breaks, meal times, and OT pay. The lawsuit also names Robinson's wife, claiming she contributed to the hostile work environment and used ethically pejorative words and language.
Dang.
Sorry, I went to Lakeshore, guys.
No, that's okay. It's okay. Quite okay.
For Robinsons did not immediately respond to requests for comment, and the accusations could not be independently verified. So this is all over the place. Big news. Wow. Smokey Robinson.
Smokey Robinson.
Wow, man.
I think Eric went to school with
Tears of a Clown.
You know Smokey very well, don't you, Easy?
Motown legend.
Sosi said Santa Ono got a $3 million more than what Michigan was giving him.
Oof.
I'd take it too and run.
Yeah.
Oh, no?
No, Sosi.
So, yeah, that's kind of crazy, man. A lot of these lawsuits, these big profile people, you know, and if it's just, man, you got to pay the piper, you know what I mean? No matter how old you are.
Yeah.
So this one hit home locally. FanDuel Sports Network has eliminated the position held by Trevor Thompson. Position. I don't know if you guys remember watching him.
Yeah.
Covered the Red Wings. I thought he was great. Red Wings and Pistons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought he did a absolutely phenomenal job.
Did they say why they
just probably cuts, man.
Yeah.
You know?
God.
And it's sad. You see this in business where whether you get an acquisition or, you know, you're just downsizing, you know, it doesn't matter your tenure, how long you've been there, what you
how
did,
much
what
money
you done.
them damn owners want to make, man.
Yeah, it comes down to
God,
dollar and cents, man. It's crazy. So how about this one? Couples that fart together are happier and healthier.
I heard about that.
Couples who fart around each other often share a deeper level of comfort and trust. It
Break and win.
signals emotional safety and the freedom to be one's authentic self without fear of judgment.
Oh, wow.
How do you feel about that, Hollywood?
No, I can't do it. I mean, how do you guys feel out there? Your significant other's like, hey, let's just break win here. Oh, hey, honey, I got one for you. No, I can't, especially coming
Baby,
from
you
a
know
woman.
how much I love you.
How about you, Cheech? How you feel about it?
I've done it. I wasn't proud of it, you know. Then you get embarrassed because then, you know.
Did you fart or did you shart?
No, I didn't shart. I farted. Somebody farted. Oh.
I don't know. I hold it high for a woman. I hold high stakes for it. And to hear a woman.
They fart, man, just like dudes.
Yeah, I get it.
They fart, they shit,
fart.
they pee, they just like
I
you,
just
man.
don't see it, man. I don't see it. Take that shit outside, girl. I got a fart too. No, take your
Man,
take
the
your ass
dog
out there.
farts are
goddammit.
the worst.
Oh, they're
yeah.
silencers.
Those, you know, and then like they know what they did because then they'll look at you like, yeah, sorry, man.
Yeah.
I got one to throw at you. Do you think that it's right that you should have to fill your significant other or girlfriend, wife, whatever, her gas, but she don't have to fill yours
Oh, you're talking about at the pump?
at the pump? That you go and take her car.
Talking about the same stuff.
You go and take her car and pump gas in there, but she ain't gonna do yours. Some women say she
I
think
always
it's right.
pumped her gas. I knew when she wanted me to drive her vehicle, it was on E, and I was okay with that.
Yeah.
And I ain't got a problem with that.
I've ran out my drawers early in the morning just to get it done. You know what I'm saying?
that's cool.
So, yeah, I definitely, you know, it doesn't bug me. I don't expect that.
Because one of the news guys he was like, no, she can get her own. And the girls gave him hell. They're like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That's a man's job. He's like, wait a minute, what do you mean it's a
it
man's
is.
job? What happens if you're single?
I
You're
think
pumping
it's-
gas, right?
It's a good gesture.
I think so.
Some chivalry. I think it's a good thing to do. You know, it's definitely a manly thing to do.
What do they think out there? What do you guys think out there? Billy says, hell no. Shit. I think it's your choice, you know.
Yeah.
I may want to sneak the car and fill it up. So you go in there. Oh, you didn't know I got gas? Oh, I
Yeah.
really didn't pay attention. I just filled your tank up, babe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, how you doing?
Like, how you doing?
The last thing I got is
I hear Jenny Sachs getting a 95-pound mole taken off her ass.
That fucking mole.
that mullet's huge, very large. Ma said they should pump their own damn gas, having the man do your gas.
Billy says, nope, the man pumps gas.
See?
Pumps gas and amongst other things. Hollywood would say,
Prime in the pump.
I'll go pump the gas after I pass the gas.
Yeah. Or you get some girl, she's like, no, I got this. Don't you worry about it. Like, maybe I'll get this for you. No, I got it. Okay, my
Hey,
bad.
to each their own, man.
Yeah, me bad.
It's a
me
bad.
bad.
All right,
crazy.
Cheech, over to you, brother.
Well, we have a war going on. India and Pakistan have
Pakistanians.
escalated.
Damn.
India attacked and many casualties already.
Oh, too bad.
Here's the problem with those two countries. They need condoms over there. You ever see how many fucking people
And then,
Dude, it's insane.
Yeah.
That's why they're fighting. They're pissed.
yeah.
Yeah.
You took girlfriend, motherfucker. You took girlfriend to my friend.
They have no
Busted.
traffic rules, no nothing. You know, watch some videos. It's pretty. It's like, damn.
That's just sad, though. It's like wild animals, man.
Yeah.
It's just sad.
That's wild.
It just can go that freely. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was a Maryland woman. She won $50,000 on the lottery, and what she did was she used the numbers of her mother's birthday for half of the numbers,
That's dope.
and that came out, and she won $50K.
Nice.
And then the other one is it's a Kentucky woman. Her young son was playing with her phone and got onto Amazon. This little dude ordered 70,000 dum-dum suckers.
Dang.
4,200 bucks in dum-dum suckers because they had a picture.
What the fuck?
They were all on the porch. It was like $154 for a box, and there must have been 40 boxes.
Wow.
How pissed
Yeah.
would you be?
Fuck yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
4,200.
You know, a popular one is like when you have your credit card on the gaming systems.
Yeah.
Like it happened to my brother. He's like, what the He's like, $400 for what? And his son got on there and ordered a bunch of games and shit like that online.
Oh, you get that
I
shit.
know that happens with the kids, but that's a lot of dum-dum suckers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on
I'll
you.
start mixing stuff around and start touching something. Next thing you know, I've ordered 5 movies. I'm like, what the fuck did I touch, man?
Amazon guy shows up. You walk out there. He's just like,
Surprise, motherfucker.
All you hear is beep, beep,
Yep.
beep.
He
Actually,
had
they
a
got
cell phone,
that.
too.
you're getting paid regardless, man.
Oh,
you know
yeah,
what
like,
I'm
I don't
saying?
care, but...
All right, boys. I think that does it for news. One thing I do want to say news-wise, shout out to Dan and the boys from Gin and Tonic. They have a
Yes.
new singer, and they're out and about. I forgot to mention that last week, so sorry to you guys. But they are back out there doing their alternative cover stuff. They're great, man. We've done live shows with them, so make
Yes.
sure y'all check them out. And hopefully we'll be doing something very soon with them. And I love Aunt Chris getting into it with Gumpzilla Online.
Love it.
He's trolling us as usual.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Rip his beard
Love
off.
you.
Rip it off.
Dom,
Yes.
Speaking of Gin and Tonic, 2 days ago, or over the weekend, was our 1-year anniversary of our first live show
Yes.
at Grady's with Gin and Tonic.
It was on the 4th.
Little bit goes out to Melba.
Yep.
Yes, old Melba.
R.I.P. Melba. Rest easy, my brother.
Yes, my brother.
Good stuff,
That was
man.
fun, man. We learned a lot that night, didn't we?
Yeah.
Absolutely, we did. We sure did.
We learned a lot that
Trial
night.
by fire, brother.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk a little sports, boys.
Let's do it.
So, unfortunately, our Detroit Pistons season came to an end last week
Yeah.
as we lose in 6 games to the flopping New York Knicks. Again, we kind of alluded to this while we were talking outside before the show, and I just feel like I know the NBA playoffs are great, but like today's basketball is just not the same, man.
No, it's not.
I hate
It's
to
hard-
be that guy,
It's
'cause-
hard to get into.
No.
I appreciate these athletes and what they do and the work they put in, man, but it's just when you watch it, it's just so different. You know, would you guys agree with that?
I agree 100%. All they want to do is shoot the 3 ball. That's it.
Yeah, it's too many. You see, like, like they're looking for, that next big star, and if it's not, they won't watch it. You know what I mean? Like I'll browse through, like Duca, he's not out there no more, and the owner was like saying, "This is what happens. He fades out to the end. This is why you were trying to tell you, like, LA now LeBron, he's gonna retire. He wants to retire now, and now you're gonna have this big old mess."
Yeah.
Okay. And these young ones just don't step it up. I was watching a piece with Iverson today. He's like, why are we talking about practice?
So
Practice. He said, I'm an all-star. Like, you sitting here, we're talking about practice. We're not talking about a game. We're talking about practice.
Yeah.
And he goes, he was like, I'm an MVP. He was ghettoing it out, man. Like, Iverson. But he was right. He's good.
Yeah.
But we don't have that level of Jordan.
What was the coach's name? Larry
Larry Brown.
Larry
Brown.
We don't have that Magic Johnson. When you watch some skids of Johnson and Worthy and all them guys, and
going up against the Celtics.
Yeah, Keem Olajuwon, all them guys. You don't have that no more.
No.
Nobody wants to face up. You bang down and they want to start fighting.
Yeah. I feel like once Stewart went down, they lost a little bit of that grit, that toughness,
that grit.
Because they were some dogs. The Pistons were kind of throwing it back, and I love their motto was going back to work, kind of like the going to work Pistons.
Yeah.
That gritty, hard-nosed type of ball.
Bring it back, like Sosa was just saying right here. I think they're trying to bring back that grit that the bad boys had.
Yep.
They show you'll never have that error because, like they said right there, they told you come in this paint, you paying a toll fee.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You got Mahorn, you got Robin, you got Billy Boy.
Yeah. And the Pistons had to go through that before they became champs.
Ain't no doubt about it.
Because they lost to the Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
And all them other teams, And
then look when
Jordan got his ass kicked before they won any
He said
titles.
thank you. He said thank you to the Pistons. Thank you.
Yeah.
You made me realize what I had to do to get in the gym.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then when they went and got Rashid, they wasn't that tough till they got Rashid. And Rashid made that team a whole different ball game.
Well, that was in 2004.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
So they dominated.
And that team was tough.
Yeah.
Ben Wallace, Rashid Wallace.
But when Rashid come in there, it was a whole new level, man. That's the guy that
was
put
like
the
top. Piece. It
was the piece that was missing.
That's one of the biggest, I think, underrated acquisitions mid-season ever. Was Sheed. Was it mid-season or was it before? I can't remember.
I would say wasn't it for Rashid?
It was right around like December.
Yeah.
Almost.
He was that piece because the talk was out there and they're like, man, you got to land Rashid.
That was huge, man.
Yeah.
Very big.
He was just a dog. Well, it's good to see them on the up and up, and I think the future's bright.
Oh, no doubt about it.
JD, he's got him on the right track. I think he's a phenomenal coach.
Plus, you got some guys that want to come here to play.
Yes.
Devin Booker.
Yeah.
Who's actually from
They're
Grand
saying,
Rapids.
him and KD might be in play.
Yeah.
But how does he not? How does he not get Coach of the Year? I'm not understanding that.
Oh yeah.
What is it? Is it the Detroit?
Yeah.
Of us being Detroit and sucking so bad for maybe our football this or that.
He took a team that what did they win 9 or
3 times or what they won last year.
14 games or something. They lost 29 straight, which I don't think will ever be broken now. And he got them to the playoffs
3 times the amount he won.
Like they weren't even in those play-in games. They made the playoffs.
Well, they said that too. Camel got screwed too.
Yeah.
Here's a guy with injuries. You go 15-2.
Detroit versus everybody.
That's right.
We got to start wearing Detroit versus everybody. So you heard it.
Yes,
That's the truth.
So
That's
Riley
the truth.
Green is the first player in MLB history to hit 2 home runs in the 9th inning.
I watched that game. Unbelievable.
That is amazing. So shout out to Riley Green.
Riley Green, hey.
How about the Grand Slam by Baez? Did you see that one?
Yeah, man.
I was like, okay.
Tell me you didn't like that Willie Mays catch in center field.
Mm-hmm.
This is how we do it. Oh, boy, this is how we do it.
They're fun to watch, man.
Hollywood, let's talk about Baez because I know you were extremely hard on him last year, rightfully so. Hard.
Hard, very hard.
His arc could be crazy if he turns it all the way around from where he was to being, you know what I mean, after the injury, not being called back up. He's balling, so
he's destined. Baez is destined. See, I don't know if a lot of people know this. If you know the story behind Baez of why he's playing, it's for his sister.
Okay.
Who's isolated in a wheelchair. And he does that for her. And when you watch it, it's so emotional. She's everything to him. She loves to be in front of the TV and watch him play baseball. And she's and it's sad. And that is why this guy, I'm like, oh, so you waited for the 6th year of your contract to start playing now. And then I had to revert back and go, heavy heart. He plays with a heavy heart.
Yeah.
Sometimes you tell him something and it goes out that way, because he's locked in focus. This is my purpose, the why.
That's dope.
And it is, and you really got to watch it. If you really see that, you'll get to understand. It's like, but you're still a player, and you have to play. You know what I mean? Because you owe that to your teammates as well. You know what I'm saying? The outside balls, and they knew they were throwing him to. Oh, he's going to go for this. He does every time. But seeing that kid play center field, I was like, what is he doing out in center field? Are you kidding me? That guy can ball. And I even like him at third.
Oh, yeah.
So he ain't going to go back to short.
Yeah.
That's done. You're not going to sign him again.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if he's swinging a good stick, find a spot for him.
You got to keep him in, right?
You got to remember, all these ball players, they've played every position. They could all play shortstop. They could all play third.
Yeah.
They could all pitch. I think.
Yeah. Most of them, yeah.
You know, so.
They're in the majors for a reason.
Yeah.
Well, kudos to him that he doesn't
absolutely.
have this, stigma like, no, I'm a shortstop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I ain't playing short, I ain't playing.
But it just
He's a
looks
team
like
player.
it looks like he's having a
years
little
in.
more fun this year.
6 years in, he's a team player.
Yeah.
Just
Playing out of position. But I've always thought the guy should have been at second base.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Well,
We're winning.
yeah, and we're tied for the best record in the AL, so hopefully that keeps up.
We're going for 23 dubs tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, which is a good thing.
Yes.
So CBS Sports and FanDuel Sportsbook came out with the 2025 win total projections.
Okay.
We got Philly at 11.5 over under Hollywood. The Philadelphia
Eagles, and we're playing 18-game schedule?
Yes,
Oh, they win 12, over 11.5.
Cheech.
Yeah, they're over.
Okay. San Francisco 49ers. This really shocked me. 10.5 over under.
49ers do not get 10 wins. Absolutely not. Under.
No, I'm with
Why are they giving them guys 10 and a half?
I'm with Hollywood on that. No.
Jesus.
Because they got the easiest schedule in the league. Opponent-wise, right? So maybe that's why.
Every team's stepping up, even the Cleveland Stains.
The Browns staying.
Brown Stains.
Okay, here we go. Detroit Lions, 10.5 over under.
I think that's a kick in the balls. You win 15 games, and you're going to come with some shit at 10 and a half?
You got the third toughest schedule now.
And you had a tough schedule last year. You shouldn't have lost a damn game. Oh, I'm going over all day long. I think 13 wins that division.
Okay, Cheech.
I think they at least are going to win 12. Easy.
Solid.
Yeah, I think they get over that. I'm around that 11-12 mark because I think it is going to be tougher.
Okay.
And I think you're going to get every team's best week in and week out, which I don't think they necessarily got that last year. I don't think teams respected them all the way through, and they smashed a bunch of bad teams, which is what you're supposed to do when you're a good football team.
Sosi says Niners win 9 games. Panetta says under.
Yeah.
Lesher's on there. Hey, Lesher. He's
What
out there.
up, Les?
What up, Scotty?
All right,
My
Washington
man,
Commanders, 9.5.
Over.
What
I
is
like
it?
that team.
9.5.
Commanders?
Yeah.
Over that. That team, they jumped some hurdles last year,
They got a Dan Campbell.
and now I think they're ready to make their mark. in
That Quinn's good too,
in
man.
That division.
Dan Quinn's, he's a
Dan,
great
yeah,
football
you don't
coach.
He's
care.
Good.
Yeah. And they're going to add more pieces. I think they got better from last year.
Are we playing Washington this year? I want them.
I'll double check that. Let's get
Okay.
through the top 5. So the Rams at 9.5 as well.
Did you see his face? He really does want him. Did you see that
Oh, yeah.
motherfucker?
He wants that revenge. I like it.
I'm gonna say, oh man, I say Stafford gets it done. I say Stafford wins 10 games.
I could see him winning 10 or 11. What do you think?
Yeah,
I can
especially
see
in that division. Oh yeah.
Now, okay, just because they're in our division, we'll just talk about these two. So Vikings at 8.5 and the Bears at 8.5. So
The
both at
Vikings are
8.5.
gonna get more than 8.5. I mean, we'd be stupid if we didn't think that with the team that he's got.
It's a good football team.
Yeah,
Well,
very good
you
football
got
team.
you got McCarthy coming in, so is he going to be the difference? I think he will, but he really hasn't played in the pros yet.
Yeah.
Darnold's gone, right? Didn't he go
Yeah.
to Seattle?
Yep.
Sosi says we are playing Washington.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
go. Let's go.
We're going to have to mark our calendars.
Let's
for that
go.
one.
Raquel's live. There's
Hell
Raquel
yeah.
from Paco's.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Thanks for that quick response, man. Look at this.
Sosi's one of our biggest fans.
All right, so
Motherfuckers are on it.
Chicago, 8.5. Can you see them winning 9 games this year?
I can see Chicago. They scare me.
It's a show me type thing with Ben Johnson.
I get it, but look at Ben. I mean, I think he really wants to put that dub in us, man.
He does. There ain't no doubt.
And I could see him getting that trickery in there, okay, and then they get there and we just smack the shit out of them. But against some other teams, I believe that in what they're trying to build there. I see what's happening.
yeah.
You know, they're coming up. How many games they win last year? 7?
It was 6 or 7.
I think he's worth at least 2 more, 3. that puts them
And
right
they
there.
should have beat the Lions that one game, man. You want to talk about bad clock management?
Yeah, quarterback's going, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Our guys are sitting down going, these guys stupid? Yeah.
I'm gonna go just over 8. So they might win 9.
I'm going to disagree. I know they got some weapons. They drafted pretty well. They got a good tight end out of Michigan. They enhanced the offensive line, but
Loveland.
7 or 8 wins again for the Bears.
Okay.
You got to show me.
Because you know that North is going to be the toughest division.
Beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah.
That North is, and I would not be surprised. It took 15 last year.
Yeah.
But I think it's only going to take 13 this year because Green Bay, Chicago, they're going to be beating them teams that you need them to.
Yeah.
They're going to be beating the shit out of each other.
I'm anxious to see how McCarthy does in Minnesota.
Oh, I think, like Harbaugh said today, you got a great quarterback. I believe him.
Okay, real quick, even though we're in sports, we got a question. We want to, talk to the people. So
Let's
Raquel
go.
asks, what hobbies do you guys like to do? So Hollywood, we'll start with you.
Raquel asks, what hobbies?
Gardening, etc.
Hobbies, I like to just chill. Maybe go around the city, out of the city. Maybe a nice restaurant, nice movie. Hobbies like that. Anything. I'm open to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A good restaurant somewhere you haven't been before. Tasting different foods. You know what I'm saying? I'm big on that. I'm trying to expand that, different things I've never ate before. You know what I'm saying?
Have you ever tried octopus?
I love octopus. I love push. But I tell you what, someone made me octopus, and I was forbidden. With them suctions on it, I didn't like it. She had to cut them off. I said, I'm not putting that in my mouth. I put a lot of things in my mouth. I'm not putting them suctions in my mouth.
Bullshit?
Bullshit. I'll tell you what, that octopus, if you know how to cook it, amazing.
No, hell
Amazing.
to the no.
I've tried it 3 times.
You didn't like it?
I know it's too rubbery.
Oh, Lord,
and
I
I've
loved
had it out at restaurants, and it looked good, and they doctored it up. Terrible.
Oh, okay.
No, can't do it, Brez.
Okay.
Cheech, how about you? What are some hobbies?
Hobbies that I have. I like home improvements. I like to try to do my own stuff, kind of challenge myself there. I like to go see live music.
Natalie, we got Natalie.
All over the town, man. I'll watch these different bands and stuff like that. They have all these cover bands now that do all Journey music, all Led Zeppelin music. We saw that. It was great. And
Aerosmith for playing this week.
The crowd is great. I dig all that stuff. But other than that, I don't collect anything. I do have a lot of shoes, but I wouldn't say that's a hobby. I'm just a bad motherfucker when it comes to that shit.
Oh.
You understand?
I like chilling in the garage too, man. Coffee in the morning, watching the tube, and
I'm about to put a couch in my garage because I got one in the basement that is useless. I got out the measuring stick. I'm gonna put that motherfucker.
Why
right
not?
there.
Yeah.
Why not?
A lot of people are doing it. You notice that? They're living out of the front garage.
Hell yeah.
Living out of the garage.
Garages are great. I mean, we've hung out in your garage before.
Yes.
We've hung out in mine. We played cards out there, poker. I would say that's one of the things I'd like to get back to.
You got a 50-inch TV in your garage.
Yeah,
Look at
spent
you.
a lot of time in the garage.
A lot of poking going on.
Poker, all kinds of great
Lots
things.
of poker.
Definitely, that's the Mexican in us, though. Love to be
ain't no doubt
outside,
about it.
tightening up the lawn. You know what I'm saying? Getting down there with
Only difference is
your scissors and edging it up.
20 Mexicans could live in your garage. That's the fucking difference.
Well, the landscaping be great. Very great.
Hell yeah. It ain't gonna be like your neighbor's lawn down there all burnt up.
Absolutely. Yellow lawn. They call that yellow lawn.
Hey, Hoff says home improvements. My ass probably looks like Ray Charles did it.
Damn,
Who
Hoff.
said that?
Damn you, Joe Hoff. Damn
Hoff,
you.
get your tickets, damn you.
Damn you, Hoff. I need you in the building. I might need you to take a steel chair to somebody's head.
I know how to doctor it up, Hoff. I'm good, man. Thank you. That's funny.
For sure. No, that's good, man. So we talked a little Lions draft last week, man. So are you guys feeling good about that?
More and more I look at it now. I don't know if we're going to have a place for some of the receivers. I think you've got your eye out, particularly for the one guy, what you're going to use him for. The edge rusher, I like the guy from Boise State. I was kind of critical at first, but seeing that guy in that combine and challenging the coaches and that, he's going to bring it. He's like, hey, Cam, I'll die for you, bro. Like, you're telling him literally, man, I'm willing to give up everything to play for you. You cannot buy guys like that. You cannot just find guys like that you could tell him, run me 2 scenic routes. And he smiles at you and laughs, okay, coach. Doesn't complain. He's that guy. And then you buy in, he buys in, team buys in. That's championship formula.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's the rebuttal of, I'm not doing this and I don't want to do this. Well, you're so big, you're so quick on your feet, but you're not willing to give the extra. That's the cancer in the locker you can have. And he looks like he'd be a particular guy right there. You could see the story change with him being part of that with Hutch and them going, saved a whole lot of money here. And this is that, you know what I mean? Because now Hutch, military, leg now. So he's going to be stronger. You ain't going to bust that leg. And what he was doing, like Holmes said, I got one of the best defensive edge rushers in the league right now, Hutchinson, who will be back. So let's just see. Let's see where we go. Because we got a lot of contracts coming up. In order to keep them, we got to hold money tight as well.
Yeah.
So we have to trust in the process, of Holmes. And so far it's panning out, a few guys I wanted, but it didn't happen. And so let's just see,
Yeah.
I hear you. Cheech, what do you think?
Well, the last 2 years, they made the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
NFC Championship the first year, lost last year, had a first week bye, came out the next game. Tons of injuries, but they got their asses handed to them. So they're not even thinking we need to win the North. Just get to the playoffs.
Yeah, that's it.
Because that's where they need to be better. Is in the playoffs.
You want to keep playing. Well, I don't want that week off.
Yeah.
I want to keep playing.
Every team has injuries,
Yes, yes.
But yeah, I like the group, man. I like what they did. They didn't get anybody flashy. They didn't, nothing shining but they got Detroit Lion players. That's what they got. Hopefully these guys buy into the system, and then once they buy in, you take it week by week.
Well, they see it.
You can't win 12 games on one Sunday.
You know what it kind of reminds me of is like a Belichick draft with the Patriots.
Yeah.
Very quiet, just status quo, executing the plan. Linemen, pieces here, pieces there.
Yeah, injuries.
And
Who's
they're
going to cover for this guy if this guy gets hurt?
He wasn't the guy you wanted, but he was the guy that we needed.
Yeah.
And now he's a star.
No, I think it's great. I
like
think
that.
being healthy is going to work leaps and bounds for us, and they're going to be great. But again, you're going to get teams best on a weekly basis. So that's why I see it drop in the win column.
The hottest selling jersey in the NFL. Look how much blue was ripping through Detroit.
Oh,
look at everything. The train station. Ain't no party like a Detroit party.
Ain't no doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
I want to ask you guys about the number changes.
The Detroit party don't.
So Gibbs goes to 0, J-Mo goes to 1. Do you like it or no?
I just here's my thing. When you're with the team, okay, you got your number. I don't think you should change it within your organization, okay? Because see, we're selling too much jerseys, and then now somebody's got to go out and buy a 0 now. I just bought 2 Gibbs. I'm staying with them. And why? Because what if something happens and he sets records? Guess what? I got that original jersey, man.
Yeah.
That original number he had. Okay? I'm not going to keep going and buying. Now, if he went to another team, I would buy it then because it's another team. You can go and change your number next year. We can go to number 2. I ain't going to keep doing that. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. And they should give them a discount on the new one or something.
Yeah,
man.
something. Yeah, trade that in.
Money,
Yes. Yeah, trade that in, and we'll give you this one right here.
It's almost like they're in on the jerseys now, too.
Right.
Yeah, big seller. Big seller.
Raquel also wants to know, what's a band or singer that best describes your lives? We can think on that for a little bit.
Ooh, I like that, Raquel. We got Lorianne. Lorianne's on there.
Lives.
Band or singer, that's correct.
Lorianne's watching live, Lorianne.
Hello, Lori. How are you?
Is.
Meanwhile, we're going to move on to the 5s of the week.
3, 2, 1. Let's rock.
All right, Hollywood, take it away, mate.
It's on you. We got 5 jokes, if any, doesn't matter. Could be good ones, could be dirty ones, could be very nasty, could be political ones. It don't matter. But I'm going to give you a few that I have here. It says, listen to me out here, my fans, you understand?
You understand?
Why do people fall asleep in bathrooms? Why would you think that people fall asleep in bathrooms? You guys got any notion on that?
They get knocked out by that funky smell or what? By that funkadunk?
That funkadunk? What do you think, Cheech?
I have no clue, man.
Well, I'll tell you what, I got the answer. Because they call it the restroom. Damn you. Okay. How about this one right
You
here?
do all your 5 right now?
Oh, we go like that?
Yeah, we spin
Okay,
it.
yeah.
Okay.
Spread them out. Go
I
ahead.
didn't-
What do you guys got?
I didn't mean to be rude.
No, you're good.
All right, with that being said, here we go. What do you call a Mexican midget?
What do you call a Mexican
Come on, Hoff.
midget?
I know you got to answer
Where's
for us.
Hoff? He's a hillbilly.
Little beaner.
Speedy Gonzalez.
A paragraph because he's too short to be an essay.
Too short to be an essay. Padre, compadre.
Compadre.
All right. How many Polacks does it take to ice fish?
20.
Oh, man.
How many Polacks does it take to ice
I should
fish?
know this because I'm part Polak, too. But I don't.
10. 2 to cut the hole and 8 to push the boat through.
Sosi said, what's the difference between a knife and a woman?
What is it?
What is it, Sos?
Talk to me, Sosi.
Between a knife and a woman. Very sharp. I got, what time is it when you have to go to the dentist? What time would it be when you have to go to the dentist that you know?
Like actual time on the clock of the time of the day?
Yeah, what time you go to the dentist?
I have no fucking idea.
I got no clue.
Sosi says the knife has a point. A woman don't. They would say in the dentist world, tooth hurty. My tooth hurty.
Very good, very good.
Very good. Nice laughs. Could be the last podcast.
Could be. You got to go out with a bang.
Glad you're all here. Could be our last.
All right. What do you call a fake noodle?
A ramen noodle. A fake noodle.
I don't know.
An impasta.
That's a good one.
Yes.
I have one very, very similar to that. What do you call an Italian hooker?
Seasoning? I don't know.
A prostitute.
I got this.
I like it.
Some people, I don't want you to get offended. Not at all. What's 6 inches long, 2 wide, and nuts at the end? 6 inches, 2 inches wide, and 2 nuts at the end.
Sea Rebel?
The answer would be an almond joy.
Very good,
Very good. Very bigly.
Zero. Oh, shit. Okay. This is a little bit of a longer one, so I put this in the middle. Pay attention very closely. A couple on their first date decide to go to his place afterwards. When they arrive, before he even gets the house keys out of his pocket, the girl says, "You know, I can actually tell whether the man I'm dating and I are compatible just based on how he opens the door. If he busts it open, it means that he's a selfish lover. And that's definitely not someone I'm interested in. If he drops the keys, it means that he's inexperienced in bed. And that's not who I'm looking for either. So how do you open the door?" Guy says, "Well, I'll just lick the lock first if you don't mind."
Let me lick the lock.
Damn you, damn you.
No door can hold me in. Hold
Lick
me
it
back.
before you stick your cheeks.
Oh, Lord.
Is it my
My
turn?
goodness.
Yes.
What kind of bees produce milk? What kind of bees produce milk?
What kind of milk? Bees produce milk. Milk duds.
Boobies.
Boobies, I like it.
Nice.
I like it. I got one right here. Here you go. What do you call an expert fisherman? An expert fisherman, what would you call him? Where's Billy at when I need him? Do you know?
Well, Gumzilla's going to be going fishing pretty soon. I know that.
Oh, yeah. What do you call a expert fisherman? We got Philip Dorsey, part of the crew.
What up, Darcy?
Yo.
Bobo, great guy.
How do you know How do you know you're at a gay barbecue? He says. They would call him the masturbator. Master Bates, damn you, Bates. Where you at, Bates?
Damn.
Master Bates.
Very good. Very good. All right. I'm always getting sick during the week. I think I have a weakened immune system.
Oh, weakened immune system. Damn you.
That was a one line. I know.
No, it's okay. It's all right. What do you got, Cheech?
Thought it was clever, not so
Very
much.
clever.
How did Burger King get Dairy Queen pregnant?
Burger King get Dairy
How
Queen
did
pregnant.
Burger King get Dairy Queen pregnant?
Dairy Queen.
I have no idea.
No idea.
He forgot to wrap his Whopper.
I was going to say Whopper. How about this one? This is a real good one right here. What food is never on time? What food is never on time?
Never on time.
Never on time. What particular food is never on time? Always late, never on time.
Minute rice.
No, very good answer.
It's not pizza.
Would you like to know the answer?
Like to know it.
It's going to blow your mind. Chocolate. Chocolate.
Nice.
Damu.
All right, this is my last one.
Go ahead.
What condition does Donald Trump take for anti-anxiety? What condition do Donald Trump take anti-anxiety medication for?
Tariffs. Tariffs. Tariff.
Hispanic attacks.
Shit.
Damn.
Damu.
Gonna build the wall. Great wall.
Great wall.
Hey, I also had a joke about boxing, but I forgot the punchline. Damu.
Hey, here was one right here. How about this?
I got one more.
Go ahead.
What's the difference between a snowman and a snow woman? Difference between a snowman and a snow woman.
Well, we know that we have a family member, and we call him Snowball.
That's the answer. Snowballs. Snowballs. Look at you.
We got a family member. He's Snowball. He's Snowball.
I got another one that's pretty good.
Go
too.
ahead.
Why couldn't the lizard get a girlfriend?
Why couldn't the lizard? You figured he'd have no problem.
Yeah,
Why couldn't
tonguing
the
it down.
lizard get a girlfriend?
Very long tongue.
Because he had reptile dysfunction.
Come on.
Come on.
What about this one right here? To all you ladies out there, if you're listening, what's the difference between a woman's husband and her boyfriend?
Child support.
The answer is 60 minutes. That's all I got, gentlemen.
Oh, very good.
Very
good.
great.
That's
Sorry,
amazing.
easy. Sorry.
Go easy.
Go easy. Go easy. Go easy.
How do you spell that? Easy.
Easy's just wondering, where's going to be his next job? Is he going to work for Adamu? Or is he going to be out of a job?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't know, man.
Easy's going to be
Let's
working.
take a look around right here. Look at the
Soak it all
table.
in.
Look at the board.
Soak it all in, Easy.
We got some autographs up on the chalkboard that you can't see.
It's something to really think about. Hey, Ann, how you doing, honey? Ann Griffin.
How you doing?
Retired, worked with her, very sweet woman. Yes. Yeah, it's something to really think about.
Or these are last minutes
yeah,
as a team,
as a team.
as the fives.
Been through a lot of stuff, man. And, when you put it on the line, it's for real. And it's signed in blood. You know what I mean? It's the real deal. You can play all the music in the world. You can talk all the talk you want. But when it comes down, it's at 3. Who's the winner? That's what's going to matter.
And there's something that happened today. So our old buddy, Andy Ferrara, who's the guest referee in our match, came out and he dropped some haymakers today. He had a lot to say, and he referenced the fact that when we were in high school, that he chose Gump to go to WrestleMania 18, and it hurt. It did hurt. I'll admit that.
He stung you.
As a lifelong wrestling fan, there's no doubt about it. To see The Rock versus Hulk Hogan, how amazing would that be, right? Over some BS, some childish stuff because a belt got broken.
A belt.
And again, the rest is history, right? They became butt buddies. They took the federation. They did what they did.
So at
And I
some
was
point,
salty for a while.
a rubber got broken.
Correct.
A condiment.
And, he baited me in, and now, he put everything that I've worked for on the line, that we've worked for, not just me. Again, that's a heavy weight. And you can just see the passion that people have for it.
Yes,
Because
yes.
anybody that's been on the show, we got, residual followers. I know there's some people that left because of BS, and that's fine. Those aren't true fans. The people that are still here today are the people that we're talking to.
Yeah,
that
we got
care about.
Rosati. He's on there.
Absolutely.
Rosati.
You know what I mean? Because people come and people go, but at the end of the day, there's a long laundry list of things that we did,
Yes.
and and it's amazing. See Rebel's passion is what I was getting to, just to see how fired up he was when I made that comment to him about putting this on the line.
And you remember that? Because I was sitting right over there.
Oh, yeah.
And he was so pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you called it out. Chief.
You
You're
could
like,
feel the anger.
I think the blood pressure was 225 over 130. Yeah, I mean, he was stung bad. He was pissed. He's like, well, I think it's stupid. I just think it's stupid. And I don't like it.
Yeah.
And Mo Money's trying to, let him know that, hey, listen, this is just part of the deal. Well, I think it's dumb. We're losing way more. And he did have a valid point, because when you think about it, at the end of the day,
We have more to lose.
we have more to lose
Absolutely.
than they have to lose.
Yeah, and everything to gain for them.
Everything to gain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like we've been making the house payment for all these years, and then boom, a dam just moves in.
Yeah.
Wow, this is nice.
Adam's got it made. He's got
Wow,
it made.
this is nice.
Yeah. Gumzilla, he couldn't fall through here.
Yeah. So the garage door goes open by itself.
Oh, yeah.
God damn. How'd you get that?
Yeah, and that's the thing, all the other stuff, because it's going to be mayhem, absolute mayhem. It's going to be, like you said, epic. It's going to be chaotic, and you're going to want to be there. Again, tickets are $15 in advance. You can reach out to me. Numbers on the flyer. $20 at the door. It's Mother's Day weekend. I get that, but after dinner or whatever, come out and spend some time, have a night, man. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Mother's Day's not till Sunday.
I promise you, it's gonna be memorable, and we'll honor them too, and bring the mamas out. Come on,
bring
with
them
it, man.
sweet mamas out. Mama.
What's the name of the venue again? One more time. T3.
T3.
Personal training.
Mama, I'm
arena.
coming home.
Tony's been awesome.
Yeah.
Tony, great guy.
Shout out to Tony, man.
Yes, Tony.
Wait till you see the setup. You're going to be like, damn.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's sweet. It's very, very
Cheech
sweet.
is gonna be working the music. Eazy-E's gonna be filming it down. We got tons of people that are gonna be in the building.
See, when some think, they think about it, they don't really realize when you get the architect together and the brains putting together, and they're gonna see a masterpiece. They're not gonna believe it.
Yeah.
And for the price that they even pay, they're gonna feel like, wow.
Yeah,
like
for-
they stole candy
For
from
a
a baby.
price that you blow at a gas station on snacks.
Yeah.
On
Really,
snacks.
you think
We'll
about
go
it.
down the lineup one more time. Like,
Yeah, absolutely. So to kick things off, Danny Payne versus Jeremy Jam. So Danny came on late, the kaiju of violence. He's a bad boy. He's the reason that my ribs are bruised.
Very fierce.
He attacked in the parking lot. So I'm feeling it right now. That's why I've been kind of favoring this side. So he's a bad boy. You're going to want to come out and see him. We got a musical guest, Al Rich. Catch him on SoundCloud. He's out there.
Very good.
He's going to put on a set for everybody. My boy Al Sugar Bear Parham. He's a comedian. He's got about 15, 20 minutes that he's going to rock out. He's been all over locally. This dude's funny as hell that we talked about. And it's a double main event. And you're going to want to see Hollywood Apple Snatch, 2-time Golden Glove Le Champion.
Le Champion.
Over here to our left.
Le Champion.
Taking on Adam from the Wrestling Weekly Review with Adam and Gumzilla.
And possibly my next boss, unless he fires me.
And Adam, I got to say, man, I've talked a lot of shit over these last couple months, but Adam, he's impressive.
Oh, yeah.
Very, very impressive.
And you can't take him lightly, which I know
no.
you don't, because Hollywood takes this very seriously. Cheech and I have joked, like, wow, like, I got to step my game up because Hollywood's taking this so seriously.
Yeah.
The training sessions have been crazy. It's just, you're living a dream.
If I could describe Adam, he's like a rattlesnake.
Yes.
He's creepy, he's slithery, and then boom, man, he was like right there, man.
He's like a Brian Pillman.
Yeah.
That's who he's like. He's that unhinged. You never know when he's going to go off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the guy is so gifted. Like I said, I looked at it when I broke it all down and getting into the camp. I said just like this. Let's not be arrogant. Let's not be ignorant to the fact.
Mm-hmm.
The guy's got youth on me, plain and simple. That stands for something.
Yeah.
I've been out of the game for so long. Yeah, I know what I'm doing, but I've been out of the game for so long. But I ain't no Mike Tyson. I ain't laying down for nobody. You'll have to literally just beat the shit out of me. You know what I mean? And I know he's going to bring it, and I'm going to bring it, and whatever happens, happens. But it's going to be a hell of a war. You know what I'm saying? I'm not laying down for nobody.
No doubt.
You know what I mean? And there's a lot, like you said, a lot on the line. You know what I mean? And I'm just gifted to have this opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Because as we all know, this wasn't my opportunity.
One man's loss is another man's gain.
Absolutely.
How many years has it been since you went in the ring?
It's been 23. I mean, I've been in the ring, a little spar here and there, but actually being in competitive, Le Champion, 23 years. And like I said, I was just by mistake when I was right over here, and that wasn't even the match set. And I stepped in, for the fives of the week, and it was the fill-in. So I took everything serious and said, hey, listen, this is not time to play, okay? Because when you got youth on you, stamina, and sometimes I could tell you, stamina, I got stamina of a 19-year-old boy. You understand? You understand? 19-year-old boy, you dig. But I've loved it. I trained very hard. And I enjoy this. And maybe there's another one after this. Maybe I want something spectacular, but that Adamu and Fukadu is something special. So I will not take him lightly, and I know he's going to bring it because he wants it. It's his boyhood dream. Hey, it's always one punch can change a fight.
Oh, yeah.
I've always kept that in my head.
Yeah.
On any given day, one punch. So I'm going to be ready. And Fukadam, you be ready too, baby. You better bring it.
There's no
What's
doubt,
the
man.
main event there, Mike?
Well, it's been talked about ad nauseum. So, and this is the thing about this match. It's a no-holds-barred match. Special guest referee Andy Ferrara for the SWA Championship. If I lose, I have to leave this podcast. This is all going to Adam. And it's crazy to think about, man, because this is my last opportunity at this championship. This is something I've always wanted and earned for. Felt like I worked hard enough for. And actually, I didn't even know I wanted this until, recently, right? Because like I said before, I was ready to just ride off into the sunset. I'm able to do all my own things.
Yeah.
Carve my own path no matter what that is. And it's not about being picked first like Andy said in his little promo. It's about putting other people on. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Paving a way. I've done that in so many different avenues besides this one. But if Gump wins, he's retiring as the champion. So literally, this is it for me.
And we also got to remember the Montreal screw job. We cannot forget that.
And he's showed that his allegiance is leaning towards Gump. You know what I mean? And it always has, and it always will. So at the end of the day, it's going to come down to if I'm able to make it to the end and, have that opportunity, is he going to do the right thing? That I don't know.
But then again,
I really don't know.
But we don't know. And then you got to look at it this way. You also got to think of the Uncle Howdy and the sacrificial lamb. You've already seen that come about. You've already seen it. The video's been out. You got Khan. Who knows that crazy son of a bitch in our family? We ain't seen him in years.
Yeah.
He's been in an asylum.
I've been getting a lot of calls and texts, and people are wondering who are these people? Who's these family members? What's going to go down? It's
how deep we run,
man.
That's how deep we run, man.
I'm sure, if push comes to shove, the bell will be answered. You got to hope, but going in there, the deck is just so stacked.
Yeah.
Extremely high. He got his referee. The Kaiju trio is going to be in the house. I mean, listen, they've gotten the upper hand on us for weeks and weeks and weeks.
We've been attacked from behind, jumped from behind.
At the end of the day, this is something I'm willing to die for, like I said. Yeah. Die for something, not die for nothing, right, Easy?
That's right. Absolute pure war.
No nuts, no glory.
That's
no
right.
legend, no story. You understand?
The MC
That's
will
right.
be Mr. C. Rebel the entire show.
C. Rebel is the host of the show.
You want to talk about a guy that's locked in? Dude is locked in.
He is locked in.
Dude is locked in.
And believe me, that's one man right there who definitely doesn't want to see this podcast go to Adam.
No.
So you don't know, ladies and gentlemen.
We watched that episode, and you could feel, you could taste the
I'll say
anger.
this.
Yeah.
You better keep your eye on that guy, too. That damn C Rebel, because you don't know. You've seen how he was here. He was fired up, and we took a lot of heat on that backlash because he said some bad shit on there.
Hey, me and him got into it at the press conference just out of pure passion. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I know that's a guy that I can rely on. I know I can rely on you guys.
He's that guy that, don't worry, that dog doesn't bite. He'll bite your fucking head off.
Yeah. And the last time
bite your head off.
when they took advantage of Mo Money Mike with C Rebel there, and he got attacked again, knowing that we weren't around once again.
Yeah.
We'll figure, we'll take this. Let's get him right here. He's by himself again. Well, C Rebel, Hollywood, I apologize. What did you do? And that's where I think he's got something special. Special C Rebel. He just bundling it all up because he definitely don't want this podcast to go anywhere. I can tell you that, my friend.
Yeah.
Gumpzilla, you got to bring it. You got to be ready, Gumpzilla, because I'm going to tell you right now, when you're not ready, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, and you're flatlining, bro.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to say I've enjoyed being on this show. I pray that we have an episode 167 next week. But if not, I appreciate it. Everybody, man. Love you all. Love you for tuning in. And
Yes, each and every one. Love you, brother.
Yeah, we've been through a lot, man. And that's, like I said last week in my video, that was from the heart. All the guests, the sponsors, anybody that supported us, James B., all those guys played a part in this. So
And we lose that.
You.
Our sponsors.
Everything.
They
They
bail out. They bail out.
It's all
I just had this
on
vision.
Saturday, May 10th.
I just had this vision. So I go to the thrift store all the time. Mm-hmm. I don't want to see this shirt on the rack at the
thrift store. No, it'd break my heart.
Mom, fives of the week.
Can I get it?
Yeah.
We like them guys.
We used to listen to those guys.
Sorry, son, they're no longer part of the fives of the week. You didn't hear what happened? Yeah, we don't want none of that.
It's going to say, if I lose, it's going to say Adamas.
Adamas.
And that's sad. And again, my promise to the people is I will do everything in my power to be back here next week. And a big thank you to all the fans that has supported
Let's
us
put it up,
along
man.
the way.
One last time.
Hopefully this ain't the last time, but if it is, We love y'all, man. Remember to hit us at 5 is the Week Podcast at gmail.com. Follow us on Spotify and subscribe to us on Facebook and YouTube. Love y'all. Be good.
Peace.
Peace.
We are a family. And even in this fucked up day and age, that means something.
Last but not least,